everyone, today we're going to do a lesson about these milk containers. And so you're going to start off with a pencil and a paper, and we could use a ruler if you have one handy, but if not, we're just going to kind of start it by looking at those shapes. So the first shape that you can kind of see is the shape of a square, right? So on our paper, we're going to start off with that. So I'm going to look at my shape and I'm going to lightly draw a square. And since we're not using the ruler, it might be a little crooked, and that's okay. So I'm going to make about a square. Now, if you wanted it to fill more of the paper, you could just make this a little bit bigger. Then the second shape, if you look at this side of it, it has kind of an angle that goes up, right? And it goes kind of at an angle. So the next shape is going to go up, and it's going to go up. And it's going to be very similar to being parallel to the other one. And then when you go across, we're going to make that into a complete shape. It's not quite a rectangle, just a little bit at an angle. Then on top of it, right here, you can see that there's another rectangle. So I'm going to go up with the rectangle, and I'm going to make that part go up and over. Now, I want to make this part, and you can see this is a triangle, and this has, again, that kind of same shape as here. So this has a line that goes over, line that goes over, and then another line down, trying to be parallel to this line as best as possible. And then we're going to fill in this triangle part right here up to the top. Now, there's one more line right in the inside here. That's that inside crease of the actual milk carton. So this would be if I just had one milk carton. Now, if I wanted my milk carton to be open, you can see here I popped my milk carton open with that mouthpiece being out the other direction. So that is one thing that you could make. If you wanted it so like there was several milks in a row, you could just make another milk. So I could maybe make, if there was another milk here, I'm just gonna make it just a little bit further back. I could start again with that square or rectangle shape. I believe it's called a rhombus shape. Up with my other rectangle. You could add a little more depth to this by just adding a second layer there if you wanted to make it a little more how the cardboard milk cartons are. And then this one is going to go right to my edge, and then my triangle is just going to come back over off the edge right there. So then I would just have this line that complements this one, or is kind of parallel to it. Now I have two milk cartons, but I'm going to draw a horizontal line or a horizon line. I'm just going to move it back just a slight bit. So again, you could do all of this with a ruler, or if you'd like, you can just freehand it like I did. Now, on your milk cartons, you can put that you have 2% milk, you could have whole milk, but you can kind of design your characters. So if you wanted it so that you had a cute little face on yours, you could have it so that you have maybe some cheeks, and maybe some eyes. And you could definitely put some kind of a little kind of character coming off. And maybe you could have some ears. And maybe they just thinking milk. think bubble. Then you could kind of design if this is 2% milk or if this is 1% milk. Maybe you want it to be whole milk, so you could definitely choose what you want it to be. And I think on this one I want to have it so that it says milk. And again, just I'm going to put another hole. Now, how you have the rest of your carton designed is up to you. So maybe you have some dripping down milk. Maybe I'll just say the 2% again. So whatever you do, make sure you have your name somewhere on your paper. Could be somewhere else. You could also add in a few more things, like if you wanted it to be on a checker. Could put in some different lines just to kind of create some more interest in your background. So I'm going to add some polka dots. And some are going to be small. And some will be big. So the next step is you can trace. So that's one of those things where you can take out a marker of your choice and kind of the different size of your choice. This one is a little bit thicker. And so when you go back through, you can definitely go back over your lines. And you could also add in little designs to this if you wanted to. And so those are things. Now I'm going to fast forward this part of my project. Now I'm also going to add some Zentangles to this pattern. I'm kind of loosely already traced, and I will make sure to go back and erase my extra pencil. But I'm also going to add in, like I said, a few, like, I think other, like, kind of designs and lines into the different sections. So it just adds some other interest to the bottom. So it's adding more patterns, and usually when you add Zentangles, you actually draw them with the actual final tool, like this is with a micron pen, or it could be with a Sharpie. If you still feel more comfortable drawing it out on a practice paper before you put it on the final one, that'd be okay. Or you could add some Zentangles with colored pencils and add it in color. I like the black and white. So I'm going to keep doing that one in there. Maybe in one of them I will actually go back and use the actual checkers. And then I can go back and I can actually add either like a design, or I can work on, I need a little bit of a thicker marker than this one. But I could actually add in, or I could use color here too. Ooh, that might be interesting. So I can add in something like that. You could add in designs that are more like swirls. And it's kind of going to be whatever your fancy is. Maybe you want to make flowers. So I'm going to fast forward making these designs into my actual background of my actual artwork.